So I'm here with
Not in D-Face.
and you are
JT.
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 Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm Ross.
Ross. Glad to meet you guys. You guys just came from LA a few days ago, right? How was that?
It's great. We did a residency at the Viper Room, and it just grew and grew, and we did exactly what we wanted to do out there, was just go out there and turn some heads and shake some asses.
I hear you. How long did you stay?
We're there for a month.
Wow, that's a good time to get noticed.
Yeah, it was nice. It was
Very cool.
a little warmer here, but
Yeah, I hear you.
we're kind of sad to not wear bathing suits all day, every day.
Well, listen, I've heard a little bit of your music. I know you guys had a couple of heavy hitters pushing the buttons, man. Tell me a little bit about the producers you guys got.
We worked with a dude, Bob Ezrin, and he did some super classic records. He did The Wall by Pink Floyd, did a bunch of Alice Cooper records, and basically we wanted to take a next step with the band, and we just decided, if you don't ever ask, you'll never know, So we just hit him up, and it took a long time to kind of get it in the works, but wrangled it in, and then finally he agreed to do it. But if on the premise, if Garth, his partner at Garth Richardson would jump on there and produce it with him. So
Kind of like a buddy system then. Bring him in.
yeah, Garth's dad was Bob's mentor, Jack Richardson, and he did like Guess Who, These Eyes, and Night Moves, and so those were the albums that Bob was cutting his teeth on, and the albums that Garth was in the studio learning to be a producer with, and but they own a really awesome music school up in Vancouver and one in Toronto called the Nimbus School of Recording Arts, and lots of scholarships for kids just going to learn how to produce music, how to work in studios.
Very cool, yeah.
It's a really beautiful school. But we worked with those dudes and recorded in about a month up in Vancouver.
Any intimidation working with someone like that's been around with such major artists?
Oh yeah, at first, but after a while of working with somebody, they get to be buddies, and I guess the pressure comes off in that sense.
Yeah,
you're just kind of day-to-day grind.
Yeah, you kind of forget like all their their fame once you kind of get into the room with them, is because everybody's just working full time, so it's not really like you're not there to kiss anybody's ass. They already know they're awesome.
I gotta ask, man, what kind of budget you guys have to do that record?
A budget. A budget.
I mean, to bring in guys like that, it has to have, somebody had to pull some strings.
One day it'll be a budget. Right now it's a debt.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's always a debt, right? The music
It's
business.
a budget.
Very cool.
Anything
you favor from this new record? I mean, is something that you want to see maybe go a little further than expected?
When we first started, they kind of did it. They were really big fans of the first song, Brass Tacks, and it's been getting some play across the country on radio, and we've been working with a great radio promoter, Uncle Radio out of LA, and so when we did it, we gave them the option to do Brass Tacks or the other track 2 on the album. It's called Always Tonight, and I've been liking seeing that one kind of get a little traction, because I feel like it's lyrically a really strong song, and there's not a lot of like rock anthems that are out there on dominating the radio right now. So I'd like to see that one go, and then there's a kind of a crossover song called Life Behind the Pine Curtain. It's kind of a Traveling Wilburys, kind of Bob Seger style tune, and I wouldn't mind seeing that being on some some country stations or something like that. But the only problem with that is the only problem we've run into with that is they don't want to say the name of the band, because some of the stations are a little more conservative than rock and roll stations. So
Really? That's kind of crazy. So, you guys started with 2 members as a joke, kind of grew. How did you guys recruit the two newest guys? How did you recruit them, I guess?
Well, we didn't really mean to start as a two-piece. It was just kind of like just for fun, you know. And then a bunch of people started showing up for gigs, and we were just going to be kind of a cover band and just have a good time because we were both in serious other projects. I was in a country band, and Wes was in a metal band called White Rhino, and
With Gibson.
yeah, with Gibson, our guitar player. So that's how we met him, and we've been in about 3 or 4 different bands together since then. So by the time we added him, it was just kind of like, dude, you're the best guitar player in town. Like, come on. And he was just, yeah, sure, let's do it. So
How'd you pick up this man?
I met Ross when we were both I was doing country solo stuff. Me and him were both going to sign to the same record label to put out individual solo projects, and we became friends through that.
And I was bugging him, you know. He showed me the demos from their first record before they even put it out, and I was like, as a bass player, I was like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, put some bass on there, along with every other bass player in town, I guess.
Yeah.
So when the years ticked away and they were like, well, I guess we need a bass player, got a call.
Ross, you from Austin too?
Yeah, I grew up in Corpus Christi, but I've been in Austin since 2000.
Well, you know, a lot of people say they're from Austin. They're from Austin. They're based in Austin. They come to Austin. How far off are you from Austin?
Oh, I'm from Longview, Texas, which is like northeast Texas. Wes is from right around there in a smaller town called Gilmer, Texas. And Gibb, our guitar player, he's from Orlando. He's from Corpus and Corpus Christi. Everybody's been in Austin about 8 or 9 years. And just kind of gravitated there. So I mean, you know, we have our hometowns, but I mean, if you want to call anywhere home, I would say, you know, we've definitely moved to Austin to make it our home, and that's, you know, I feel like staying there for a while is good, you know, for
Very
us.
cool. Well, it sounds like your career kind of shot out of a cannon. I mean, 3 years to get where you're at now, it's pretty good, I think.
It's pretty quick. I feel really lucky, you know, with this band, you know, but at the same time, you know, we've all been in bands and like seriously trying to like work as musicians for, you know, 10 years, 10, 12 years. This year, this September will be 14 years that I've been trying to be a serious musician, you know.
So it wasn't
So
that
it's
fast of a
not
shot
just
out.
that fast. It's definitely there's
For this band, maybe.
for this band, yeah, but you know, we've all been hustling.
You played in any other bands before, Ross?
I haven't played a band since I was 14. Same deal, just kind of trying to tooth and claw my way up to something sustainable. And luckily, met up with these guys when I got to the point where I was just doing solo stuff. It's just so good to be in a rock and roll band again. Hopefully, last.
Now, would you call yourself a rock and roll band? Because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen some of your antics. I mean, it's kind of out there.
It's rock and roll, all through and through. It's rock and roll.
We can stretch it any way we want, but at the core of it, we're just a rock and roll band.